Dear friends and colleagues, and hello to everyone. Today I'm delighted to present 8 international poets who will recite their poems published in the latest international poetry anthology, Songs from the Wind, from the publishing house Expeditionen in Germany. The music video at the beginning, which sets the tone for our poetic journey, was not only created but also performed by Thomas Styhn, a renowned musician from Germany who was born in 1962. This collaborative effort is a demonstration to the shared passion and dedication of our artistic community. Thomas was first passionate contact with music at an early age when he discovered his parents' record player. At 12, the first guitar should not be the last. With 15, the rock and roll live debut. Several band projects followed with an expansion of styles from swing, jazz, children's musical, and blues pop to the creation of film music in his recording studio. We will enjoy 2 additional pieces of music by Thomas later. I encourage you all to listen and reflect on how the music resonates with the poetry we will be hearing today. Songs from the Wind is the 5th international poetry anthology from the esteemed publishing house Expeditionen in Germany. Each book, a multilingual volume, brings together poems in English and the mother tongue of the poets, fostering a global literary exchange. Today, every performer will read their poem representing their unique cultural and linguistic heritage. The anthology is a celebration of the diversity and richness of global poetry, and we are thrilled to share it with you. So, our first poet, Claudia Piccinno, is a teacher, poet, and translator. She was born in Lecce and now lives in Castel Maggiore near Bologna, where she received a Civic Award for Cultural Merit. Her books have been translated into English, Spanish, Serbian, Turkish, French, Arabic, Polish, Macedonian, and German. She won prestigious national and international awards and published 50 poetry collections in various languages. The latest in Italy was published by Fara Editore in 2023 and is entitled Implicita Missione. She is the editor of the Istanbul Gazette and the Turkish magazine Papyrus, collaborates with various literary magazines, and is on several juries of national and international poetry competitions. She holds seminars and conferences on the educational value of poetry, the latest at the Catholic University of Milan on May 2023 for theology students in the Ethics of Communication course. She is of spectacular significance to me since she translated 3 of my poetry books from English into Italian, and we met at several festivals and readings. I am truly honored to have her as part of this event. Very welcome, Claudia.
Thank you, Gino, for your spectacular presentation. I'm really happy to be here this evening with so eminent poets and friends. I want to say hello to everybody. And it's a really special things because when Gino had the idea of the anthology of the 4 elements, it was in Lecce at my home.
Yes,
So I feel really honored to be in this book and to be with all of you. Well, I can read Italian language. Is it right? Or English? Of
no,
course.
it's both Italian and English.
Both.
Yeah.
Well, so I read and I let you the time for each of you. Qualunque nome gli darai, sibila, soffia, serpeggia, tra verdi chiome e azzurri infissi, plana su bianche terrazze scompigliando il bucato, solleva le gonne delle donne, si posa leggero dopo la pioggerellina di marzo, parte da terra o da mare, cambia nome e potenza, si misura in nodi e ingarbuglia pensieri, alimenta le fiamme, semina cambiamento, sfinito si accascia senza preavviso. Folate, mulinelli, brezza, vortici, spirali, tsunami, uragani, sono solo alcuni nomi comuni. Bora, maestrale, scirocco, libeccio, nomi propri da codificare. Comunque lo si chiami, sa essere ambivalente, distrugge e crea, rinnova ciò che sfiora, perché sia semenza, sparsa a caso, in attesa di sbocciare. And now in English. Whatever name you'll give it, it hisses, it blows, it snakes, among green foliage and blue window frames. It glides over white terraces, messing the laundry. It lifts women's skirts. It settles lightly. After the March drizzle, it departs from land or sea. It changes name and power. It is measured in notes, entangled thoughts. It feeds the flame, sows change. Exhausted, it collapses, without notice. Gusts, eddies, breeze, blasts, spirals, tsunamis, hurricanes are just a few common names. Bora, Mistral, Scirocco, Libeccio, proper nouns to encode it. Whatever you call it, it can be ambivalent. It destroys and creates, renewing what it touches, because it's a seed randomly scattered, waiting to blossom. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, our second poet is Emina Čabaravdić-Kamber, and she also has a special significance to me, as we had edited books together and worked together as each other's ardent supporters with our poetry. She is a poet, author, painter, and VHS lecturer for exile literature and art in Hamburg, Lübeck, Münster, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. Born in the central Bosnian town of Kakanj, she was the only one of 11 children to leave her home in 1968. She founded the international literary club La Bohemina in 1988, published multilingual books, and was awarded several literary prizes. In 1996, she was awarded the Medal of Merit of the Order of Merit of the Federal Republic of Germany by President Roman Herzog for her literary work on peace and ending the war in Bosnia and Herzegovina. As the translator of her poem, I will read her English version after Emina read her German or Bosnian version. And Emina, we had a little problem with Emina with the technique, but we made it via the phone, and I hope it will work. So Emina, du bist dran.
Oh, lieber Gino, vielen, vielen Dank für deine Mühe. Und Don, danke auch vom ganzen Herzen. Jetzt lese ich ja in meiner Muttersprache das Gedicht, was in der Anthologie vorgekommen ist. Und du liest das in Englisch, richtig? Strani vjetar. Ponekad pušemo zajedno u ritmu, ljuljamo se u zraku tamo i jamo, ne nalazimo mjesto niti dodir sa zemljom. Ponekad nismo u sklopu, gura me sa sjevera prema jugu, sklon je da se vidi kao spasitelj. Ponekad uspijeva da me veže kao čvrstu žilu za tuđe tlo, ali samo ponekad. Dankeschön.
Yeah, thank you, Emina. Now I will read it in English, and that is this wonderful book here on page 83 is the English version. And the title of the poem is Wind Driven. Sometimes we blow, as it were, sway back and forth in the air, find no place, no relation to earth, to snuggle in happily. Sometimes we are not in harmony. He shoos me from the north to the south, inclined to be seen as a hero in the stony homeland of my barren existence. Sometimes the wind, which haunts few trees on cliffs, confuse me. When tired of immortal to and fro, holds with me with solid roots on foreign grounds. That was a wonderful
Thank you, Gino.
poem from Emina.
Dankeschön, Gino.
You're welcome. So next comes Kirsten Döbler from Germany. She studied Russian, English, and educational sciences at Hamburg University. She began her literary activities in 2005, inspired by impressions she gained during her professional collaboration with Russian partner organizations in education and tourism. Initially, she wrote short stories and tales, but her thematic and genre range soon broadened, and she composed genre novels. In recent years, her focus has been on poetry. Kirsten?
Yes, thanks very much, Gino. And thank you, of course, for organizing this event. It's fascinating how many poets from different countries you brought together. It's amazing. Yes, well, we've heard a lot already about the subject of the anthology and its various implications. And in my poem, the focus is on transience. And I wrote it at a time when a good friend of mine was very ill and dying. And his wife then asked me to read it at his funeral. So it's a bit of a sad background. Okay, then here we go in German. Nachthauch. Im Andenken an Frank Behrendt. Die Tage sind aus Wind gewebt. Frische Brisen schmücken die Welt im Schutz des Lichts. Bunte Bänder umgarnen dich, kitzeln deine Wangen. Du wagst dich aus der Deckung. Der Abend knotet leise Litzen, zwingt die Fäden an ihren Platz. Im Gehörgang rhythmisch der Lauf des Webschützens. Du spinnst dich ein. Still kommt die Nacht, schneidet deinen Kokon auf. Ihr kalter Hauch ritzt dir eine welke Blüte auf die Stirn. Now in English. The Breath of Night, in memory of Frank Behrendt. The days are woven from wind. Fresh breezes adorn the world, protected by daylight. Colored ribbons enchant you, tickle your cheeks, you venture out of hiding. The evening quietly knots saddles, forces the threads into place. Lulled by the rhythm of the weaving shuttle, you swathe yourself in yarn. Silently, the night comes to slit your cocoon. Its cold breath carves a withered bloom on your brow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kirsten. Also from Germany is our next poet, Maren Schönfeld from Hamburg, a spectacular city where she was born, as well as yours truly. Maren has 5 poetry books and 2 non-fiction books published so far. 2017, she received the Poetry Award from the Hamburg Authors Association. We just enjoyed the performance by Kirsten Döbler, who indeed is the translator of Maren's poem, and thankfully will recite the English version after the German reading from Maren. Maren, it's your turn.
Thank you so much, Gino. Stadtflucht. Hinter grünen Fensterläden verbergen sich kleine, stille Räume, wie ein Wolltuch, das einhüllt. Im sinkenden Abendlicht tanzen Schatten an der Wand, flackern Kerzen, herzberuhigend. Draußen geht Wind um die Häuser, zaust Laub aus Ästen, wirbelt es über den Boden. Am Morgen die Fenster öffnen, den Raum mit Kühle und Klarheit füllen, blaue Luft, das Tosen der Nacht, aufgelöst in Stille, vor der Tür bunte Blätter.
Schön.
Flight from the city. Hidden behind green shutters are small, quiet rooms, enfolding me like a woolen shawl. In the fading evening light, shadows are dancing on the wall, candles flickering, heart soothing. Outside, the wind blows around corners, ruffling leaves from branches, swirling them across the ground. In the morning, I open windows to fill the room with coolness and clarity of blue air. The nocturnal roar dissolved into tranquility. On the doorstep, colorful leaves.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kirsten and Maren. And now we will have another music by Thomas Styhn. Thank you, Thomas. I have seen in a chat he said hello, so he is present. And I miss our next performer, Merita. Merita, are you here? No. So then we will go further and wait. Maybe she will come later. So we are now present from India, Reshma Ramesh, who I had the pleasure of meeting once at a poetry festival in Istanbul that my beloved friend, the Turkish poet Hilal Karahan, hosted. Reshma Ramesh is an award-winning bilingual poet writing in English and Kannada. She has the honor of displaying her poem permanently in the ruins of the ancient city of Olympos, Antalya, Turkey. She has represented India at prestigious international festivals. Her latest book, Language of Shadows, a collection of poetry and photography, is published by Edition Delta, Germany. She is a distinction holder in BFA photography, has conducted solo exhibitions of her photographs internationally, and practices dental surgery in Bangalore, India. Reshma, I'm happy you are here.
I'm happy to. Thank you, Gino. I have very fond memories of our where we met.
Yeah.
In Istanbul, yes. And hats off to you. You have been consistently bringing out anthologies and bringing poets together. So that's amazing work. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. So my poem is called Migration. I have waited for the shadows to fill this land and my tiny palms. The sky awaits like an expectant mother, for the fluttering birds to fill her womb for a minute, only to fly away beyond the northern lands, beyond the mighty Himalayas, where only the snow has found mercy. And the air is packed with knives, to fly away to meet the eastern gale beyond the sliding desert sand, echoing of Arabic prayers and camel bells. In my garden waits sweet spring, song-laden flowers and silver snails, coconut trees and half-naked children who know nothing about flights. I have waited for poetry to come to me, just like the howling winds making a noise, awaiting your arrival, bleak-eyed, hungry, but filled with heart of hope and stories of 3 continents, only your eyes can tell. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, you won't read your poem in Kannada, or?
No, sorry. Sorry, Gino, I don't have the translation in Kannada. Yeah.
Okay, so then we continue, and we continue with the poet, with Maria Miraglia. Our next poet is also from Italy and is a renowned bilingual poet, translator, essayist, and ministerial lecturer for English language teachers. She has been an active member of Amnesty International and currently holds the position of president of WFP. Furthermore, she is the literary director of the Pablo Neruda Cultural Association and serves on the editorial boards of numerous international literary and peace organizations. She has published 21 anthologies. Her poems have been translated into 30 languages and featured in over 100 collections and magazines. She has received several international awards and recently has been elected a member of the European Academy of Science and Arts in Salzburg in Austria. Maria, please recite your poem in Italy and in English, please.
Your
Maria,
microphone.
you don't have, you have to turn on your microphone. Yeah.
Okay. So I was telling it to you that I thank you personally for the kind introduction of my career, literary career, and I am very proud to be with so excellent people from the world, in particular poets. Their voice is the voice heard by all the people wherever they are. I hope our voice can reach each of them. Now I go to read my poem before in Italian and soon after into English. The title is Il Vento. Il vento mite stasera mi accarezza il viso, dolcemente scompiglia i miei capelli. Vorrei essere una foglia, lasciare che il vento mi porti via, sulle sue ali andare, attraverso valli e monti, attraversare gli oceani, vedere da lontano le luci delle case, le lampare delle barche in mare, raggiungere una terra remota per ascoltare la voce del silenzio e sentirmi tutt'uno con l'immenso. I read the English version now. The wind. The mild wind tonight caresses my face, gently ruffles my hair. I'd like to be a leaf. Let the wind take me away. On its wings go, through valleys and mountains, cross the oceans, see from a distance the lights of the houses, the night lights of boats at sea, reach a remote land to hear the voice of silence and feel one with the immense.
Yeah. Grazie mille, Maria.
Thank you to you for allowing me to read this poem of mine.
So we already come to our penultimate performance for today, and I'm very happy to present Raed Aljishi, because he is the only poet during our 3 readings from Saudi Arabia.
Oh.
He is an internationally awarded poet and translator from Qatif in Saudi Arabia, and has an honorary fellowship in writing from Iowa University, USA. He's a member of the advisory committee of the explicit teacher training plan of the National Tsinghua University of Education in Taiwan, and an editor in Modern Dialogues, Northern Macedonia. Some of his books were translated into several languages and won international awards. And Macedonia is not right in English. It was Macedonia. It is pronounced Macedonia in English, but Macedonia is an ensalada in Italy. So Raed, your turn.
Hi there, Gino. It's great, and I'm honored to be among such amazing poets and poetess here, and see some of my friends that I know, Gino, Claudia, and everybody, and listening to this amazing poetry. So my poem, I will read it in Arabic, then I will read it in English.
Yeah.
اسم القصيدة ذوبعة. تكتب النثرية الفوقية، تثير ذوبعة من علامات الاستفهام والتعجب المتطايرة، تمحو نقطة من واصل الرضا وأنت تبحث عن جوهر البحر. رحلتك هدف دائم وارتحالك حياة، أما وجودك فتقاذف أبدي، وإنقاذ الآخرين ليس إيقاع بوحك، فالسلام ليس لغتك في الخطاب، رمزك تعقده لا ليفك، بل يدرك الآخر قدرته على فضح شفافية العقدة وفك ربط اتصال السر القصد. الشمس خدعة القمر الوحيدة تجيد التلاعب بعواطف الغروب، وحين تصنع لوحا تكسر لوحا حديثا. ما زال الملح جسدك، وذراعك قابلة للاستبدال بمنثور جديد أو قنينة صلد عتيق. Whirlwind. It is one of the poems in my collection, Clay Tablets in Nature's Cave. You write subscript prose. It is stir up a whirlwind of flying question marks and amazement. Erase a point from continent commas while you are searching for the essence of the search. Your journey is a permanent goal. Your pilgrimage a life. As for your existence, it is an eternal toss. Saving others is not the beat of your soul, because peace is not your language in speech. You sample not to be deciphered, but for the others to realize his ability to expose the transparency of the knot and untying the sequence bound of recitation. The sun, the moon's only trick, is a good at manipulating the emotions of the sunset. And when it makes a tablet, it breaks a fresh one. Salt is still your body, and your lips could be replaced with a new prism or a vintage bottle of narration. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear Raed. I want to take the liberty to express one personal word to him. My friend, I do not forget to finish the translation of your book, and I hope I can continue with it this autumn. I hope so. So
thanks, I'll be honored. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Now Antje wants to say something.
Yes. So now we reach to the end of the presentations and to our last poet, which is Gino Leineweber himself. So I will introduce him. So Gino, he was born in 1944 and has been working as a poet, writer, and translator since 1998. He lives in Vetri sul Mare in Italy and in Hamburg, Germany. He led the Hamburg Authors Association for 12 years and was appointed honorary chairman in 2015. From 2013 to 2020, he was the president of the 3 Cs Writers and Translators Council, based in Rhodes, in Greece. He is currently a board member of the PEN Center German-speaking authors abroad, formerly German Exile PEN, and he writes in German and American English since 2016. He has translated prose and poetry from English. So please, Gino, read us your poems in German and English. And yes. Thank you very much for this whole wonderful anthology and all the work you put inside, all these wonderful people you put together in 3 meetings, but lots of more of them are in the book. So I think we all should promote the book so it goes around the world, because somehow we have a little treasure in our hands. Thanks to Gino.
That's right, you're welcome. Thank you very much, Antje. And yes, I will read from this book here. And there's my poem in German and in English. And I start with the German version. So, das ist der Wind. Der Wind, der das Segel bläht, dich hoch über das Wasser schießt, das ist der Wind. Der Wind, der brüllend die Wogen aufpeitscht, mit jedem Schlag Regen, Pfeile versprüht. Das ist der Wind. Der Wind, der in der Höhe Sturmwolken jagt, am Boden keine Blätter und blüten lässt, das ist der Wind. Der Wind, der meiner liebsten Stimme verleiht, mich tobend in ihre sehnenden Arme treibt, das ist der Wind. So, now the English word. That is the wind. The wind that billows out the sail, shoos you up and over the water. That is the wind. The roaring wind whips up the waves, which each blow spits arrows of rain. That is the wind. The wind that chases storm clouds high, spares no leaves or blooms below. That is the wind. The wind that lends my darling voice, drives me raging to her yearning arms. That is the wind.
Bravo, Gino.
Thank you very much.
Bravo.
So, yeah, alas, our poetry reading is now over. I want to thank you, every poet, for the performance, the musician and video artist Thomas for his contribution, and everybody watching our event. We will have another piece of music by Thomas Styhn at the end of the official program. However, please don't leave. We will have, after the music occasion, for questions and talks. Thank you very much. See you after the music again. So, everybody here? Emina?
Gino,
Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
want to continue recording, or would you like to
No,
stop?
you can stop the recording now.